Today is December 21st, and although we are entering into winter, there are still a lot of things that need to be done outside. It's been warm, so the week started with a nor'easter of rain and wind, and during the night we could hear something hitting against the side of the house, and in the morning we discovered that a piece of the flashing had come loose and needed to be reattached. Rob was able to get up on the ladder and fix it, but we added this to a growing list of things that need a more permanent repair. There's another place where the flashing has also come loose in a storm, and we'll eventually need to have somebody check around the whole house. For now, it's repaired. It's not hitting against the side of the house anymore. Rob has been continuing to work on the hazelnut, cutting back the largest of the bushes and then making room for the walnut tree, and also making room so that we can have a walking path. That's one of the things we're working toward, is having a path that we can walk around the whole garden. It's a lot of work, so we're taking our time with it and just doing a little bit at a time. So far the weather has been cooperating, so we can get these things done. Here's some of the hazelnut that's been cut back, and we're going to take a little walk into the garden. It's amazing to me every year of the changes that happen from this like lush garden into this little tiny space with a couple of beds in it. It's really amazing to me that so much happens in the summer. This is our walnut tree. A few years old. It's not producing any fruit yet, but we are hopeful that that will be somewhere we sit under in our old age. Over here is a mess. This is something I'll be working on in the spring, one of the bigger projects to figure that whole area out. Oh, and over here you can see this is our strawberry bed from this year. This is our memory garden. Needs a little bit of work. It's a mess right now. This is our hazelnut, and you can see the thickness of the some of the branches that we've been cutting back, and we're going to be using that for firewood and for projects in the garden. This is where we grew potatoes this year. We did okay. It wasn't a great harvest. I'll need to look at that again in the spring. Again, this spot we'll be working on. One of the things that I'd like to do is in that back corner do a pumpkin patch and grow a lot more of just one kind of gourd. I think that would work well. We usually grow a sugar pumpkin. This is the dry riverbed where we direct the water away from our house, and it's raspberries and blueberries in here. They always do well, so we'll probably just leave that alone. We were growing tomatoes in these two beds. We're going to be moving them to another area, and this will probably be used for carrots and other root crops, onions, and maybe some different radishes and things like that. This is our wood processing area. This is another pile of things that need to be put away. It's a lot of cleanup, and a bunch of things got blown around in the storm. I stood here today and I have to restrain myself because the new year is coming and the seed catalogs are arriving, and we've got a very generous Christmas gift that will pay for all of our plants, our vegetable plants, and our seeds for this year. And we have a lot of projects coming. Like I would like to redo some of the beds and add some more flowers in the back here. We're moving the tomatoes to the side of the house. We're redoing the potato bed. I would like the pumpkin patch. Like there's a lot of things, and it takes a lot of planning and work for each of those things to happen. But the best thing about it is that in the winter there's a break and there's a rest, and we can brainstorm and plan and see what we need and look at all of the possibilities before we have to do anything. And I think that's the best part of living in New England, like having a winter and having a break and just having some time to daydream and think about possibilities. not just with the garden, but with all things in the new year. It's been a rough few years, I think, for everyone, and it's always encouraging to me in this time to be able to look forward to a thing that gives us the opportunity to work hard, but also to be creative and to contribute to the restoring of an ecosystem, and be able to have people over and sit in a garden where it's cool in the middle of summer, and be able to give out green beans and tomatoes and all these delicious things that we can share with our family and friends. So it's more than just, a difficult thing that we need to do. It's a discipline in a lot of ways, but it's also a real blessing to us and to the people around us. And it's a very small space. If you have any space at all, I would encourage you, just plant a bucket of tomatoes. You don't need a lot of space, and one plant can give you so much in a season. Or green beans or peas. They will pretty much grow in a crack in the sidewalk if you put them there. So just do something. Plant something. It's always rewarding. With a little bit of attention and a little bit of work, and like a daily practice of walking in the garden and looking at things, this is what it can be. And anyone can do this. Just a little bit of time each day. Anyone can do it.